G'day everyone, it's great to be back down in the Lower Ovens River. This time I'm bait fishing for Murray cod and yellowbelly. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now in a recent Murray cod fishing video, in fact it was the video where I hooked myself in the finger, it was a kayak video, I was only about 1 kilometre or so downstream of here. Now that was about 2 weeks ago. The river is probably 2 feet higher now than what it was then. There's a flush moving through thanks to a bit of a rain event a few days ago up in the high country. We didn't get much in town. Albury had about 120 millimetres or 150 millimetres. We only had 6 or 7, but I know they had a fair bit up in the hills and now the water's pushing through now. So anyway, I'm going bait fishing. I'm going to put a shrimp net in down here to try and catch some shrimp for bait. I'm going to start off with my normal system of janjuck worms on one rod and cheese on the other rod for cod, and hopefully if I can catch some live shrimp I'll take the worms off and go fishing with shrimp for bait. And what I've got for my other rod, I used this in this very spot last year and I had the biggest bite, and that was a bit of rump steak fat, but it's still all frozen. So I'll start off with cheese while I wait for that to thaw out a bit. So I'll start with cheese and worms and probably progress to shrimp and fat. Anyway, let's get set up. Now the shrimp net, I just want that in there. Oh, this is just a collapsible bait trap, shrimp net, whatever you want to call it, and it's baited with good O's dry dog food. Dynamite bait for shrimp. I don't want that to sink all the way to the bottom. If we can just go down a little bit, that'll be perfect. And I'll tie this to something up here. A heap of grass will probably do. Right, both rods are baited. I might put the cheese rod in first. Believe it or not, this is the same block of cheese that I bought at the start of the season. It's been in and out of the fridge. I cut it up and then put it in a Ziploc bag, and it's been in and out of the fridge probably 20 times. It's mouldy, it's really stiff and dry. I reckon if you ate it, it'd make you very sick. Now the worms can just go out here. Giving a bite on the worms. My first bite. Oh, I just had a big bite on the cheese. Getting a bite on the cheese there. Something's just playing with the cheese again here. Right, now I had a couple of nibbles on the cheese and one of my bits of cheese fell off, so I've decided that my fat has thawed out enough, so I'm going to put a bit of rump steak fat on the hook. And this stuff is hard to get off. Now, we'll just leave it like that. Let's just see how that goes. Probably have every shrimp in the river in this hole in a minute. I just had a massive bite on the fat, and I think I might have got it on film because I reached up to start filming and I didn't realise I was already filming. I charged down here to my rod and it was gone. I wish I'd just kept the camera rolling. I hope I got that on film. You could just see it, it went dong, straight down. Here we go, something's pulling down on this fat here again. Missed it. Right, I've been fishing for about 40 minutes. I had a couple of small bites on the cheese, one big bite on the fat, and I stuffed the video footage up of it, and one little nibble on the worms not long after I got here, and that's it. Let's go and see if there's any shrimp in the net. I can hear lots of flicking, but full of shrimp. How many do you want? That one doesn't look very healthy. There might have been blueing in there. There's one, I'll grab him. Look at this nice size one here, this bigger one. Keep my eye on the rods. Now it's only been in probably not even 40 minutes, half an hour or so, and it's already got probably 20 shrimp in it. And I'm going to put the hook straight through the tail of the shrimp, and there's a bit of live bait. Yellowbelly in particular love shrimp, so do cod. But yellowbelly seem to have a real soft spot for freshwater shrimp. Oh, on the shrimp. Oh, I was too slow getting here. It's still there, and missed it. After all that, that was a decent bite on the shrimp. I'll put it straight back down and hope that it comes straight back. This, oh, another good bite on the shrimp there then. Almost identical to the last bite. I did just have a little nibble on my shrimp. There it goes on the shrimp, and oh, I missed it. Oh, he took the shrimp too, bugger. Oh well, losing shrimp to fish is better than not getting bites at all. Well, I've got a fresh, juicy piece of steak fat on here. We'll get in the bottom of the shrimpy. Got him. It's not a very big fish, but oh, I done him. Oh, got it halfway and then done it. The shrimp's gone. Well, I'll put my steak fat back in. Almost caught my first fish. I was going to say the good thing about steak fat, it's almost impossible to get it off the hook. The bad thing is I haven't actually caught a fish on it yet, so it hasn't earned a reputation. Hasn't earned its keep, if you know what I mean. Ah, finally hooked a fish on the shrimp and lost it. Oh, look at this, look at this. Whoa, the old Simon Humphrey rod holder saved me rod then. Right, don't lose this one, Robbie. It's got to be a cod by the bite. Look at the size of it. That's a trout cod. That massive big bite. I was actually just re-rigging my other rod. I'm going to go back to using cheese. And I had this biggest bite. Nearly pulled the rod in. And look at the size of the little trout cod. I'm not going to net it, I'm just using that to wet my hands. Get my hands all nice and wet and cool before I handle this fish. Look at the size of that. Mate, you hit my line like a freight train and you're only a really small little fish. That is a tiny trout cod. His gills are flared out, which means he's very stressed, but I've just released that stress, relieved that stress by throwing him back. But that goes to show how quickly a cod can pull your rod in. If it wasn't for my Simon Humphrey U-Butte rod holder, that rod would have almost got pulled in then, and that was only by a small fish. So imagine what a big fish can do. I'm on the board with a lovely little trout cod caught on a live shrimp. Right, now putting another live shrimp on it is poke that hook tip through the tail. Oh, look at him darting around there. Beautiful. Put it straight back out where it was. Then finish re-rigging my heavy rod. I'm going back to cheese. I've had one good bite and a couple of small nibbles on the steak fat. But cheese is a psychological thing. I know the cheese is a good cod bait, and I suspect that the steak fat will be too. So I'm going to go with what I know. Look at that. It's a sea eagle. There's something nibbling at that shrimp, I think. There is too. Something nibbling at it. And come on. Stopped. Still there. Still something pulling at it then. Yeah, it's still there. And got him. What we've got here, we've got a yellowbelly. Didn't bite like a cod. That's a cod. It's a little Murray cod. I think he might have gut hooked it, but no, he's only hooked right in the edge of the lip. That was not a cod bite in any sense of the word, so I thought maybe he's gut hooked. Right, once again I'll just use this to wet my hand. Oh yeah, the fish are getting bigger. Look at that, just came straight out. He was just pinned in the very top of the lip. Beautiful little Murray cod. Wouldn't even be 27 or 28 centimetres long. See you later, mate. Right, 2 cod, one of each species, both caught on shrimp. Let's get another shrimp on. I'm going to put another shrimp on. Once again, I'll just pin the hook through the tail. Just like, ow, I've got my finger. Let go, let go. I could put 2 shrimp on. I've done that before, and it certainly does work. But there's just something about having just 1 shrimp on its own, keeping it looking natural, that really appeals to me. Now, other than one really nice bite on the steak fat earlier, all of the action's been on the shrimp. I've had a couple of nibbles on the cheese that I think might be from shrimp, but all the bites, the good bites, have been on the shrimp, and both the fish that I've caught have been on the shrimp. Here we go. It's a nice bite on the cheese. Come on, take it, and got him. Finally got a fish on the cheese, and it is they're getting bigger. It's a Murray cod. Oh yeah, the fish are getting bigger. I'll net him in with the net inside out. No, it won't. It went the right way up anyway. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Bigger, bigger, bigger. Alright, shrimp 2, cheese 1, and I'm up to about 35 centimetres. Go me! Right, now it took a while to get started, but I've got 3 on the board now. 2 on the shrimp, 1 on the cheese. Here we go on the cheese. Got him! It's only small. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Still only small. It's a trout cod, I think, is it? Yeah. Trout cod on the cheese. And look, he didn't even get me cheese. Oops, bit of a tangle here. Alright. Beautiful little trout cod cheese muncher. Not as big as the Murray I got before. I'd say it's probably around about 30 centimetres. Trout cod number 2. See you later, mate. That's 2 Murray cod and 2 trout cod. 2 on cheese, 2 on shrimp. I'm having a blast. Look at this on the shrimp. Let's put a fresh bit of cheese on this rod. And as I was sinking, I looked around and this rod started pulling down. Another little cod on the shrimp. Gee, they bite hard. That's a Murray cod, but it just, the way it just hit that shrimp, it just went bang. And it's only a really small fish. That's small Murray cod number 5. Sit still, mate. All lip hooked, every one of them. Lovely little Murray cod, gone. That's 5 cod, 3 on shrimp, no sign of any yellowbelly yet. I'm putting on another fresh shrimp. It's flicking around beautifully. And I'll just put that out there. Oh, whoa, I missed it. Or is it still there? I think it's gone. And I bet you my shrimp's gone too. That was an epic bite. Doesn't mean it was a big fish. I've proven that tonight, that big bites don't always equal big fish. Listen to how many shrimp are in this net. Is there any on the outside? No. I pull it up fast because sometimes you can get them on the outside. Look at them all. Oh, I know, that shrimp was just about there. I reckon the fish will be back in the next couple of minutes. 5 minutes, I reckon. Geez, they're hitting the shrimp hard tonight. All this cheese. Oh, I missed it. Whoa. I just noticed a few big, fat, healthy looking ants walking along the bank then when I put my my cheese rod back in. Ants are always healthy. You never see sick ants. You never see an unhealthy looking ant. But I know why. It's because they've got tiny antibodies. Got him. Oh, that was a nice bite. This is a bigger one. Oh, this is a better fish. Still not a legal fish. Another trout cod, I think. Once again on the shrimp. Gee, hit that hard. That's a Murray. That's a Murray. Just a very hard hitting Murray. It's amazing how hard they're hitting these three shrimp. It's just tap, tap, bang every time. Sometimes you don't even get that first couple of taps. It's just whack. I might actually nearly net this one because It's a little bit heavier. Probably the biggest tonight, or similar to, around about probably 35 to 38 centimetres, I reckon. They've all been quite small. Small fish with big bites. Right, a lovely big dark shrimp. One of the biggest ones I've caught tonight. Oh, look at that. They are just going nuts for shrimp tonight. That's a koala. How awesome is that? Now I'm going to go home and have a hot shower. Now that's just like a normal shower, except I'll be in it. How amazing was it to see the cod going after the shrimp so aggressively? The shrimp outfished 3 other baits by about 3 to 1. Worms, steak fat and cheese. And not only did they catch more fish, but the cod were hitting them so hard. The bites were so aggressive. Shrimp are go. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video.